Sometimes people came to me and ask, Pastor, I have a friend who doesn't go to church, but is really faithful and really honest and really kind. Do you think that friend can go to heaven? Pastor, I know a person who goes to church, but hardly showed any signs of a Christian. Do you think that person can go to heaven? Well, the people just sometimes ask me that this is the person and this is what the person did, and do you think they can go to heaven? Well, it's kind of real painful, but let me tell you a story. Jesus was waiting at the gate of heaven. And this person just approached. Since Daniel is not here, I'm sorry, Jamie. Jamie just finished her journey, and Jamie just walking toward the gate of heaven. As you know, that Jamie is the children's ministry director, but she's not a pastor, she's not a lay leader, nobody. So, the Jamie just saw the Jesus, and they kind of expecting some kind of warm, exciting welcoming. So she just waved her hand, and here the Jesus just smiling and waved her hand. Hey, Jamie, welcome. Hey, it's been a long journey. How are you doing? You have been wonderful. Why don't you go and heaven here? Jamie kind of a little disappointed. Because she was expecting kind of more excitement from Jesus. And then here's another man just approached it. Let me see who can be. Caleb? The Caleb over there. Caleb just come with Emily and Savannah and all three together, and then approach it. And they are not pastors, they are not lay leaders, they are just children, just making mess around the church. No, that's kidding. Anyway, they approached, and here Jesus saw them, and they just waved their hands and they welcomed him. And then Jamie kind of felt a little disappointed. And then suddenly, the Jesus saw the one person, the James came just walking toward him. Jesus just kind of real surprised and shocked and then amazed. And he just ran towards James Kim and then hugged him and then just lifted him up and then just turned around like this. And then, wow, it's a surprise, James, so I welcome you. And the Jamie got really, really disappointed because she said, hey, I'm just a lay person, there are just 3 children. And Jesus just waving his hand. When Jesus see the pastor, he was so excited. But we have discrimination in heaven here. How come that Jesus gave more favor to pastor? So Jamie asked Jesus, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why do you give more favor to pastor here? And Jesus said, Jamie, and looked at with a kind of a real warm, loving eyes and said, Jamie, people like you, I can see all the times. I can see the lay people like you in heaven every day. But James, that you call pastor, it's kind of real hard to see a pastor in here around. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Again, you don't go to heaven with your title. It doesn't matter whether you're a pastor or layperson or leaders of the church for a long time. It doesn't matter the title, what you have in church or in this world, you will leave behind when you finish journey on the earth. And when you go to heaven, when you face Jesus, you will just face Him as who you are. So, when you come to pastor and ask a question, I know Jamie, she doesn't do this, she does not this, and that she can go heaven? There's one question. I don't know. I don't know whether they can go heaven or not. All I know is how to go heaven. Can we see the difference here? How to go to heaven. The way to go to heaven. That's the only thing that I know. I have no idea who can go, who cannot. But all I know is what to do to go to heaven. Do we see the picture clearly here? So, based on that, today the Jesus gives us this parable. Jesus had been teaching about heaven. This is heaven alive. This is what heaven looks like. And Jesus gives today's story. As you can see, it started in verse 14. Again, the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a man going on a long trip. And this man called together his servants and entrusted his money to them while he was gone. Of course, in the Bible, it said he gave the 5 talents and maybe 3 talents and 2 talents. I mean, you can just name it, but think about the talent. Okay? Some people said, what value does it have? Okay? The 1 talent equal to the 15 years of wage. So the newer translation, okay, put another term on this story. So he said he gave 5 bags of gold to one, and 2 bags of gold to another, and 1 bag of gold to the last servant. So now we see the difference. 5 bags of gold. Big money, isn't it? 2 bags of gold, still a lot. Now, 1 bag of gold, it is small, it is still a lot. What you can do with 1 bag of gold is you can buy a house. You can open a small business. So anyway, that's the portion that he distributed to his servant. Now he left. And then the verse 16, the gospel says, the servant who received the 5 bags of gold began to invest the money and earned 5 more. The servant with the 2 bags of gold also did the same thing, worked hard, and earned 2 more. But the servant who received the 1 bag of gold dug a hole in the ground and hid the master's money. After a long time, we don't know how many years, but after a long time, the master returned from his trip and called them to give an account of how they had used his money. The first servant came up and said, Master, you gave me 5 bags of gold, and I worked real hard, and here I made another 5 bags. The master was so happy with them. In verse 21, it says, the master was full of praise and said, well done, my good and faithful servant. You've been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I'll give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate together. Notice, the master said, small amount of money. 5 bags of gold is not small amount, but that's how the master called. You've been faithful to the small thing, so I will entrust you more responsibilities. That's what the master said. And second, as you can read verse 22, the other servant who received 2 bags of gold came and said the same thing. The master, I've worked so hard with the 2 bags of gold that you gave to me, and here I have made 2 more bags. Master was so happy, and then how are you? You've been so faithful to the small amount of money, so now I will entrust you more. And in verse 24, the servant with the 1 bag of gold came and said, Master, I knew you were a harsh man, harvesting crops you didn't plant and gathering crops you didn't cultivate. I was afraid I would lose your money, so I hid it in the earth. Look, here is your money back. In our understanding, it should be fair. He entrusted him the 1 bag of gold. He hadn't lost any, but bring the whole 1 bag of gold back to him. But 26, the master said, You wicked and lazy servant. We all know what it means by wicked and lazy. But here the focus on the word lazy. Okay? You lazy servant. If you know I harvest crops I didn't plant and gather crops I didn't cultivate, why didn't you deposit my money in the bank? At least I could have gotten some interest on it. Then he ordered what? Take his money and give it to the one who has more. And then what? Throw him out. There he will be gnashing. That's the story. That's a parable that Jesus said today. The several things that we like to highlight from this story. The number one, what's the point? Okay? What's the point? What is the message that we like to catch first? The message is that the kingdom of God is for those who faithfully work in accordance with God's will and for God's glory. The many people just kind of complain, hey, it's not fair for the master because he didn't give a same amount of money to 3 different people. He just gave a different sum of money, 5, 3, 5, 2, and 1. Then how could the master blame the last one for not working it, for not using it? Well, it's not about how much you got, but it is about how faithfully you obey the will of the master. When the master entrusts the money, he wanted those servants to work hard with that money. It's not to keep and save the money, but to use that money for good purpose. Whether you can increase it or lose it, you got to do something as the Lord wanted you to do. That's the first one. And then as a matter of fact, the 1 talent, as I already mentioned, it's not a small amount of money. There are still there, you can do so many things with that 1 talent. If you make a $2,000 a month, Watch the whole sum of the yearly labors. 24,000, 10 years, 240,000, right? 15 years, 5 more years. It's almost $360,000 sum of money.